YouTube, what it do, it's way out here, and I got stomped out today, man. I got stomped out pretty bad, and that's why I genuinely, that's why I made this channel, man. You know, I want to show you guys the wins, the losses. You know, a lot of YouTubers will come on here and tell you they don't lose, you know, and they have the best strategy and everything's great. And, you know, trading is gonna have its losses, you know, and I want to be completely transparent and upfront with you, you know, and tell you exactly what's happening when I lose, when I win. Today, the market did exactly what I didn't think it was gonna do. You know, I should have listened to the market a little bit better than I did, and it is what it is, you know, so I'm gonna show you guys what happened. And just so you can win from, win from my mistakes, you know, learn from my mistakes and not do them, right? Today, genuinely, was just a bad trade. Personally, like, I don't think that what I did was bad. I think that it just stomped me out and I wasn't really paying attention, and it was what it was, you know what I mean? It's doing what it was supposed to do if I had listened, I guess, to the exact strategy I tell you guys every day, but it is what it is. Probably making no sense. So here we go, 15-minute candle, as you guys know, was 9:30 to 9:30, okay? What did Al do? I mean, I guess in a way I did it wrong, right? So 15-minute. Low is, let's see, right here. So we're gonna put the low right there, high right there. And then what I do is I go to the 15-minute orb, I go to the 5-minute, okay? And as you guys can see, this is where I mistake. This is where my mistake was. I always wait for the closure after the low of the 15-minute. I tell you guys that all the time. Normally it works out. Today it did not, right? So we closed out down here. I had assumed that at this closure, it was gonna continue downwards, you know, and I think that's where my biggest mistake was. I wasn't really looking as to where, you know, it possibly would be going for. So if we look right here, you know, it could have just been grabbing liquidity from down here and heading back up. I wasn't paying attention this morning. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, you have to have multiple levels of confluence, and I'm assuming it was grabbing liquidity there to then head upwards. I got stomped the hell out, man. You know what I mean? I put my, I jumped it, I think it was like right about here, around that region, and it came right up, stomped me out. You know what I mean? And my stop loss got hit, and that's why I try to become transparent with you guys and say, sometimes the strategy doesn't work. You know, sometimes the stock market does its thing. The stock market's gonna do what it wants to do. You guys can go back the last 5 days, you know, and see that my trades were all green. You know, like I had green trades all week except for today, you know, and it was like $1,000 loss. It is what it is. You know, I'm gonna move on from it like a champ and continue on. You know, that's all you can do is, you know, when you lose, get right back on the grind, you know. And again, there's something you can learn from that, right? Is to always wait for that second closure of the green. I had just assumed, my mentally psychology was saying it was going to go down. It was going to continue to go down because we had so much, you know, selling power going down, right? And I wasn't really paying attention to this green candle that it was making a reversal back up, and it closed actually above the low of that 15-minute candle right here, right? And it is what it is, right? You could have jumped in right there and grabbed a little bit of a buy right here and got out right up here if you wanted to, but I didn't do that. Again, once I make my one mistake, I'm normally, you know, done for the day. I assume at this point it's going to keep trailing down like I thought it was going to. But again, this could have just been going to grab a little bit of liquidity up here to then just move downwards the rest of the day. It is only, what time is it right now? It is 11 o'clock. So at the end of the day, 11 o'clock, it could continue going down until 12, 1, and then do a reversal. Whatever happens at this point. I just want to be transparent and honest with you guys and just say that, you know, hey, learn from my mistakes, man. You know, wait for that second candle, and it's a bummer, man. It's a real bummer when you lose. And even with me, I'm still working on psychology. I'm still working on, hey, like, you know, if I lose, do I want to go back in? Do I want to make another trade? My rule personally is 2 bad trades, you move on for the day, you know, and like it's extremely difficult to get your mind around that. That's what happened to me today. I actually did take a second trade on my other account and it didn't work out either, and that's why I'm out. You know, I think the other account was like a $300 loss, so it is what it is. It's a bummer, man. It's a real bummer when you lose, but hey, next week could be an amazing week. We're gonna continue on the strategy, continue perfecting it. You know, I hope that next week's all green. You know, I'm going on vacation next week, going with the family and gonna have fun. So I'll be trading down there too. I'll be showing you guys my trades, what I'm doing, but here's transparency, man. Here's honesty. We all lose. We all lose. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta keep moving. You know, all these friggin' people online, it blows my mind. Oh, I don't lose. You know, this strategy wins every day. And they don't show you their losses. They don't show you their emotion when you actually lose. So that's what it is, boys. I'll be back on Monday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And you know, if you're watching this in the future, hopefully I'm a multi-millionaire by then. But yeah, all right, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Lost today, so there's not much more to talk about other than I messed up. Peace out.